So what happens when you jump onto Spotify and then you see that you have released a new song, except you didn't release a new song? What's happening is that these Spotify artist pages are getting hijacked by fake AI music and people who are pretending to be you. And it's funny, there's been two different ways that I have personally seen this happening, right? As a law firm owner, I deal with these problems with the distributors. We're reaching out to Spotify all the time. And so this is like seemingly becoming more and more of an issue. So the last time we talked about this, we covered that artists are essentially trying to intercept royalties. So they're like, hey, I'm Taylor Swift. And so I'm going to upload a song, pretend I'm this artist. And so that there'll be kind of this flood of traffic of people who otherwise are just like on the profile and they're like, oh, there's a new Taylor Swift song. And so that was one of the issues. And now, like, for example, I saw this post on Instagram, right? So Bender with Hiatus, Kaiyote, he did a post and he's like, this just happened. And it happened more than once where basically same thing on Spotify, see that there's a brand new song that we released, but we didn't release it.
I was checking my Spotify and lo and behold, we had released a new song. Or had we? This bizarre piece of music was something that I had never written, recorded, uploaded, or heard. So I was very confused. So I had to listen to it. And oh my fucking God.
And he went through and he's like playing the different songs when this happened. And he's like, well, it's troubling. One, because I didn't give permission for this. Two, because I find the music to be atrocious. Three, because this is absurdly easy to do. And that's the piece here that we want to talk about. Because then what happens? What do you do? Well, you got to contact your manager. Well, then you got to contact your lawyer, right? Like I said, like this is some of the things that we have to deal with for our clients because it's called mapping. So in this mapping situation, Spotify and your distributor, something is happening and either fake music is landing on your profile or sometimes the profile itself is getting combined with other people's profiles that have the same names. So what I'm going to do is show you how to fix this if it's something that you run into. So please watch this until the end. I'll give you the literal what you need to do, okay, steps. But before we do that, make sure you get on my email list. I'm going to link it for you down below. This is where I'm just going to let you know like my best hacks for music business, everything. Okay, so if you find this helpful, give this video a thumbs up and then go get on that email list. All right, so what's happening? It's misattribution. That's what it is. It's the unauthorized content from artist profiles. And like for me, the legal concerns have to do with a whole bunch of things. One, the royalty issue that someone is pretending to be you and they might be getting traffic. There's truly it's a trademark issue as well. So under the Lanham Act, we go, well, someone's pretending to be you and using your trademark. And the good news is that you have the exclusive right to use your name and to not be misrepresented by someone else. And then there's also publicity stuff that comes up. So either way, the problem is that this is causing confusion. People are taking your royalties. And, and then we basically have to go and deal with the gatekeepers, which are, well, you didn't upload your music directly to music platforms. Whoever the infringer is didn't upload the music directly. They had to go through a distributor. So one of the problems is just that distributors are just allowing artists to freely upload and they go, well, who are you? And you're like, I'm Taylor Swift. And there's no secondary check. And I'm like, okay, so logistically, right? If we could give a little tip to fix this, what would that look like? Because it's making artists have to be reactive. You know what I'm saying? So you have to go and fix a thing when it happens versus there's some kind of system in place to make sure that this doesn't happen. Okay. And there are millions and millions of artists, particularly independent artists who are on these platforms. Obviously, the reason why it's a problem, the artist name, there's error with branding. You can't control the quality. So to our friend Bender, who's just like, this is really atrocious. And I think it's AI music. And I think it's a big problem here with these creators who are making suboptimal, sub-quality music. And so he just kind of goes on talking about this.
How bad must it be right now with 100,000 something songs being uploaded to the platform every day? What percentage of them are AI and what percentage of them are AI songs pretending to be other artists?
But he's now having to take time and money to go and fix this because what do you do? Well, we're going to talk about that on what you do. But besides the DIY stuff, which is always where you should start, nonetheless, at some point you do need to go and hire someone. And sometimes that someone is a lawyer. And sometimes that lawyer is me. If you're needing legal help with your career, your business, we got you covered. Feel free to reach out to my law firm. I'm honored to say we have over 100 5-star Google reviews. We offer free case evaluations, which just means that you can give us a call. You can email us. No commitment. We'll just see how we can help. we look forward to hearing from you. But the bottom line is that there are no contractual obligations for your distributor to deal with this, to prevent this. And I was like, what would this be called? It'd be like a brand protection provisions. Like, we promise that we're going to do our very best to not have these issues happen for you. And I've reviewed the contracts for these distributors that you guys work with. They don't say that anywhere. They never to make that commitment. So that would be a real solution, to have some kind of system in place, right? A double check, if you will. Two-step verification. I think that's what Bender had recommended. So look, what do we do here? Because this is a problem. And if you run into this, right, I want you to have a meaningful way to deal with this. So let me show you what we do, and at least where we start. So if you just go to Google, let's start there, and you put in the keywords, you're just looking for keywords, so just put in like music mixed up with another artist, right? It's gonna link to this form. So you're gonna fill out this form, and you wanna make sure that you have your Spotify for Artists account set up. And if you don't have that yet, go do it, Spotify for Artists, okay? So step one is you fill out this form, and you just say, hey, there's a problem. I need you to basically unhook the mapping that is happening. Someone is impersonating me, all that good stuff. And then you're also going to contact your distributor. Your distributor, DistroKid, CD Baby, Symphonic, Too Lost, whoever it is. They need to also be working to resolve this for you. My hope is that through just these first two steps, whoever gets to it first is the winner. Yay. But that's kind of what we do through my law office, where we do it the spider effect. We literally will be like, we're doing the takedown forms, we're doing Spotify for Artists, we're contacting your distributor. We are basically doing everything at once to see who's going to deal with it the quickest, because sometimes the quickest is going to be like 4 weeks. And so in the meantime, that again can be a loss of all kinds of things, not just royalties, but people are confused. People think you're putting out all kinds of music that maybe you wouldn't have put your name on. Okay, these things matter. I'm always trying to just show you guys how to actually deal with these situations to help you with your career. This channel is dedicated to you and all that good stuff. So if that sounds great, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. I'm top music attorney, Miss Krystle.